Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plan Commission for Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. Please stand for the pledge. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Villanova is absent with previous notice. Commissioner Berkey is absent with previous notice. Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Yednak.
Present.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda this evening?
No.
Okay, citizens' concerns and comments. Obviously, we have none. So, consent items. SCBA 21-09, appearance approval for monument ground sign or quieter home program, 204 to 206 Industrial Lane. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Yednak and Heiken?
Commissioner Yednak.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right, items for review. First up is docket number PC 21-15, minor site plan and appearance approval for Walmart at 1455 East Lake Cook Road. And I understand that this will require a motion to continue. Ms. Nyes, anything you want to add?
The applicant had requested to be on this meeting, but they were then unable to attend, so they've requested that we continue it to the July 28th Plan Commission meeting.
All right, so I need a motion to continue this to the July, what
So
date?
moved.
28th.
28th meeting. Commissioner Sprague,
Second.
Commissioner Yednak.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Yednak.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yep.
Chairman Johnson.
Yep. All right. BC 21-20, minor site plan approval for trash enclosure at Sofia's 353 North Milwaukee Avenue. Ms. Nyes, anything?
Well, just briefly, this petition is for Sofia's Cafe, and the only reason they're coming in is because the building no longer has an internal trash collection system. So we are requiring them to have a trash enclosure outside. Sophia's Cafe is considered a restaurant, so they do not need a special use.
Okay, thank you. And I believe the petitioner is the only one that's here, so come on up. And just briefly tell us what you have in mind.
Well, obviously they're collecting the garbage or they were collecting from the inside, but now since the restaurant's going to come in there, they're going to need obviously an exterior.
You can step up closer to the mic.
Oh, and for the record, we need your name and business address.
My name is Peter Markopoulos. I'm actually the architect on this site, I guess, right now. And the owners asked me to represent them, tenant and the owner. And since the restaurant's going to move in, obviously they're going to have perishable trash where it's going to stink up, and they don't want it inside anyways. So they want to move it outside, you know. And then we had original on the corner, and then we moved the location because it's easier for the garbage truck to back up and pick it up where it's currently shown. And pretty much it's a standard enclosure. It's got aluminized 4x4s and 6x6s with some cedar inlet, and then on the concrete pad, 6-inch concrete pad.
Okay. Let's see if the commissioners have any questions. Commissioner Heiken, let's start down there.
Nothing at this point, thank you.
Commissioner Yednak.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple. This one is more for staff, but do restaurants require like separate bins for regular trash and food service trash?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So
It
you're,
would be different if they had like grease being recycled and things like that.
Yeah, that's separate.
okay. So you're just going to have one bin in there? Are you going to be,
Right now, it could be 2, 3 yards in there, or 1, 6 or 7 yards.
are you going to make any provisions for recycling, I would hope?
Yes, you'll have a smaller one for all the cardboard.
Or the bottles or things? I mean, are you going to have bottles or is it just going to be?
Not, the bottles, not really. They do have cans, so they
Okay.
have cans.
All right, so you will have recycling. The only other concern I had then is, you guys are right near the river, and if it's going to be food trash in there, is it going to be picked up every day? What are you going to do to try to control the critters? I'm sure
It will be picked up periodically. I'm assuming it's going to be every day, but, once he starts operating, he'll know more of how much he's going to need the trash or how many times they're going to pick up. On his other places, they do come daily.
Okay, but I don't know if the other ones are right near Forest Preserve or anything. I mean, I know just not too long ago, I was at a place and I was going out to my car and all of a sudden there was somebody jumping near a trash can and it was a raccoon. And you guys are right along the river there, so I'm assuming you're going to have, the critters coming up from the creek. So just hopefully they can control that. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Did you consider composite material for this enclosure versus the wood?
We did. We were thinking of composite at first, and then the owner said that he would like the cedar. He liked, I guess, the smell of the cedar will be nicer in that area. And he likes the look of cedar for some reason, so, but technically it could, if needed, it could be changed to composite enclosure.
Well, we like to encourage the composite only because it wears better, it's less maintenance,
Yeah.
and you won't have to worry about replacing wood that's rotted.
That breaks periodically.
Do you have plans on staining the wood if you're using wood?
Yeah, they'll be sealed. They'll have and of course they'll have a maintenance for it every year to be properly sealed.
Okay, and then my only other question is the posts, the wood posts.
Yes.
We like to recommend using the steel posts for the gates versus the wood.
Okay. We could reiterate it to a steel post and close them with like a cedar finish or
Right.
composite finish, just so it doesn't look like steel is right there.
Yeah, because the steel posts will hold up much better with the swinging of the gates.
Yeah, the swinging of the gates. Yeah, that's why we had.
Are you considering putting in any bollards to protect the gates?
Well, inside, I think we're gonna have a couple of bollards. We're waiting for the waste management to give us their specs.
Okay.
To see where we're gonna place them.
Okay.
Because when they back up.
Right.
Obviously, they hit things, and we don't want them to hit everything.
Yeah, one bump on one of the posts and gate will be crooked forever.
Yeah.
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 All right, thank you, that's all I have.
Commissioner Riles.
No questions, thank you.
All right. The only question I had was on the steel post. Now, Marcy, I know I had asked you, we do recommend it or require it for the gates?
It's recommended in the design guidelines.
Okay. So is that something we need to make a condition on then, if we want to insist on it?
Yeah, if you want to insist on it, we can add it as a condition.
At least on the gate side?
Yeah, I think it'd be better for both the village and the owner as far as longevity.
Right. Because any wood in the ground eventually
It rots.
rots.
Yeah.
And I would suggest the steel posts all the way around, but at a minimum for the gate side.
Well, should we be making a condition if it's just an advisory in the guidelines? I mean, it seems like we're changing the code by forcing the issue.
You can make it a condition if you want. You can make it a condition if you want to have it. You know, there are different circumstances where maybe you may not feel it's necessary, but you certainly can. It's not required under the code, which is why it's,
I mean, in this condition, in this situation, I think this is even less required. It's going to be set in concrete, so it's not going to be set in the wood or in the ground where you're going to have constant moisture, and it's away from the parking areas. I mean, I'm just questioning what about this condition should make it a requirement. If we think it should be required going forward, I would advocate changing the code instead of just automatically making it a condition on each petition.
I mean, that's up for the commission to decide. I don't know that we've made it a condition in other ones in the past or not. But it can be made as a condition. It's up to, for the commission, and the majority of the commission decide if they want to.
Well, yeah, that would, then at a minimum, I think we should pull the question before we
Okay.
make it a condition.
I will do so. So the question is, should we require steel posts on the side with the gates as a minimum? That make sense? Okay, so Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Yednek,
No.
Commissioner Riles,
No.
Commissioner Sprague,
Yes?
and I'm going to go with yes. So we have 3 yes, 2 no.
Don't look at me.
Well,
I only have 4 people on my list. Oh, hold on, I got it.
but you have the power to write the condition. Any other questions on this? Okay, so with that condition, you want me to read it?
Just have steel posts shall be used at the gate at a minimum. Sounds a little weird.
Yeah, it does.
I think it should start with at a minimum.
Valerie, can you help with the wordsmithing on that?
At a minimum. Yeah, I think you just change it to at a minimum. How's it read right now?
At a minimum, steel posts shall be used at the gate.
What, at the,
No, steel posts will be used shall be required at the gate side entrance. And if they decide to do it in the back, that's just their expansion. I don't think you have to say at a minimum. Just saying steel posts will be required at the gate side entrance or the gate
Yeah.
side of the trash enclosure.
I think that's fine.
So at a minimum, steel posts shall be used at the gate side entrance.
I think we don't even need at a minimum because unless, we only need to
Right.
put in what we're
Yeah,
requiring.
that's true.
Okay, so steel posts shall be used at the gate side entrance.
If you want to use it the rest of the way around, that's fine.
Yeah.
And you can encase them. That's not an issue. Okay, so with that condition, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Yednek, Commissioner Heiken,
Commissioner Yednek?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
yes. So,
So you're good to move ahead with your building permit
Yeah.
for that?
I'm gonna, you're saying just for the trash enclosure, or, because we're gonna, give.
Yeah, and then the
rest
building permit for internal work as well?
of- Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
No problem, no problem.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
sorry it took so long. All right. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of June 23rd, 2021, including the findings of fact for 2021-15 and 2021-21.
There were a couple There was one clarification on Commissioner Yednick's statement for one of the dockets that I worked out with him.
Okay, so it's been corrected.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Greg, Ednick. All in favor? It's a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Other business? Let's see. I'll start out with, August 25th is a tentative date for a joint village board plan commission meeting. For those that haven't been around for one of these, they usually do this at least once a year, and they hold it at the Public Works Building, where they have a bigger open area we can all sit around. They try and keep it on our meeting schedule, which I believe that's right. Yeah. And typically, there's food involved. But that's not guaranteed yet. Also, Marcy tells me that Director Clicker is working on getting us a tour of Uptown 500. So we should have some information on that coming soon. I attended the ribbon cutting, as did Commissioner Sprague, at the new fire station on Wheeling Road. That was quite an event. There was a lot of people there. I don't know that they're actually occupying it yet because some of the furnishings haven't arrived, but it's a nice facility. That's all I had. Commissioner Sprague, anything?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing.
Commissioner Riles?
Nothing, thank you.
And the other end, Commissioner Heiken?
I have nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Yednick?
Thank you. Nothing. I regretted I had to miss the fire station when I was out of town.
Mallory, anything from the legal end?
Nothing.
And Marcy, I've read yours. You got anything else?
Actually, if you can understand me.
Since you got some cough drops left?
I've only gone through like 6 of them. So the next meeting, July 28th, is going to be a little bit longer. We have, I believe, 3 public hearings. One of them is going to be the preliminary PUD approval for London Crossing. That's a large multi-use single-family commercial residential. And then also Union Apartments will be coming back for their final PUD approval. And then there might be some there's a variation on there,
And
a couple
Walmart.
variations.
And
And
now
Walmart will be on that one. So bring your snacks.
So you're spoiled tonight. Bring snacks the next time.
Or eat dinner.
Yeah. Okay, if there's nothing else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
You got it?
Yep.
Who was it?
Oh,
Sprague.
it was Sprague and Heiken.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned.